Whew, it's sunny here. We are in Venice, Florida. This is Vince Del Monte, and I'm gonna answer a quick question for one of my 7-figure mastermind members. And great question. He just came to our recent Clearwater 7-figure mastermind. He joined our coaching program, and I've put him in hunt mode, all right? Hustle and hunt mode. And he's got a good sized following. He's a student bodybuilder, super smart guy. He's got a lot of interest in people who want to hire him for his online fitness coaching services. And one of the things that he's come up against really quickly after getting on the phone with quite a few people is, hey, Vinny, you know, how do I deal with students' price objection? I'm getting this often. You got anything to help me? And there's a couple things here, all right? Obviously a pretty big question, but what he did in, you know, because he got put on the spot from somebody who wanted to hire him, was they basically asked him, hey, would you drop your prices for me? And 99% of the time, the answer is no, all right? You have to stay strong and confident in your prices. All right, but in this instance, he did drop them because this guy was ready to go. He used his gut. He thought, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Vince, what do you think? Was that a stupid decision? As long as this doesn't become the norm, all right? And what we can do just to protect your credibility is just call this the friends and family rate. So let's say your rates are $400 a month. Just say, hey man, if I give you the friends and family rate, what would happen next? And then, you know, tell them, hey, the friends and family rate are our old rates. They're $300 a month. And if I said yes, what would you say next? And you want to get their commitment. They're like, oh man, this is my opportunity. I just told them I'd do it. And about what happens 98% of the time is they're like, I'm in, let's do it. Okay, so I'm okay with that as long as it is the exception and not the norm, and not a way for you to not communicate your value better. Does that make sense? What we really want to do to prevent this from happening more and more is to really help people understand that when they work with you, it truly is a savings in the short term and in the long term. And how do we communicate this? We use social proof of your current students. So I'm guessing that a lot of your students have found that they've saved money once you sent them the right supplements to use and how to shop in the grocery store and what foods they can get organic and which ones they don't need to get organic. And when you've shown them, you know, the way to achieve their results, they can now unsubscribe from all these online, you know, fitness membership sites that they're spending money on. And maybe some of them even have trainers and who aren't getting them results. And now you're able to get them better results through email and through maybe an app or your video stuff. And they're like, wow, working with you is actually saving me, putting money back in my bank account. All right, so this is really, really important that before you get on the phone with people that you communicate the value. So people are already, like, they've already seen that, like, wow, I have to work with this guy. He's gonna be buying me knowledge. He's gonna be buying me speed. He's gonna be buying me accountability. He's gonna be buying me outcome. All right, if I don't work with this guy, I'm actually going to lose time and money. He's going to prevent me from getting another injury. And by the way, Luke, I know you're great at execution stuff, so this is a huge one for you. Most guys are going to spend a fortune on massage therapy, ART, physiotherapy. And if they had worked with you in the first place, they could have avoided all of those expenses. All right, so you have to be able to communicate these things beforehand. So when they're on the phone, they're good to go. And then one last thing I'll also say is, one line that we love to say is, you know, if you just drove Uber, you know, literally, like this is the God's honest truth. Most people think they can't afford you, but what you're doing is you're challenging them, and you're saying, if you just drove Uber for 2 8-hour shifts, you'd be able to afford me. So what are we doing by saying that? We're testing their commitment. Are they truly committed to achieving their fitness results and going to get the money? Because this is ultimately who you want on your roster. Wouldn't you agree? You want people who are willing to get resourceful. And you have fun with it, obviously, right? Hey man, you just got to put an extra shift in. You just got to sell some stuff you don't need. You just got to cut back on those supplements that aren't working. Hey, we just need to tweak what you put in your grocery cart. We just have to reevaluate what you're spending when you're going out on the weekends with your buddies and how often you take your girlfriend out to those fancy dinners. You know what I'm saying? So most people do have the money. It's just being allocated in the wrong places. And now with you as their coach, you're going to in fact put money back in their bank account. So a lot of this can be prevented in your Instagram videos, in your YouTube videos, in your emails, where you're communicating this. And the best way to communicate this is with references of your current students who've told you this, all right? The last thing, all right, in your communication before people get on the phone with you, one thing that's really, really important to do is to frame this properly and let them know, hey man, this is likely not for you. And this is the God's honest truth. Most people aren't prepared to invest a couple $100s a month into their knowledge and into a personalized workout plan and into finally getting a nutrition plan that's customized to them. So you just have to say, hey man, this is likely not for you. This is going to be an investment, all right? And if you're not ready to make that leap right now, no problem, man. You're not a bad person. So just be honest and be caring and just let people know this isn't cheap, all right? Don't surprise them on the phone. Let them know that when they come on the phone, they're like, hey man, I've been thinking about this. I'm finally ready to go because I've been trying all these other cheaper routes and I'm actually now losing money and time, which is the worst part, right? You know, I've been trying all these other free routes. You'll have people that come on the phone with you and they'll say, man, I've been trying all these other free routes and I finally get this thing you keep saying. The most expensive information is bad information and most bad information is free information. And they're like, hey, I'm ready to go now. So do a lot of the heavy lifting before they get on the phone. And then finally, you've just got that last, chance option for people that you feel would be a great fit and you do want to work with, and you honestly just feel like, you know what, this is just a bit of a gap and I'm not busy enough to say no to them and I want to help this person, and just give them the friends and family rate. All right, I hope that helps, my man, and I hope that helps a lot of other people out there who are online fitness coaches who are in a hunt and hustle mode right now. And if you need any further help, send me a message on Instagram. Just send it through the DM. I'd be happy to see if there's a good fit for me to help you grow your online fitness coaching business. And with that said, Vinny D from Venice, Florida, out.